Hi everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Emanuela Inti and I'm back again with another video. This is like a very good news. Like Canada has introduced a new caregiver pilot which is going to run. I think it's going to start by March 31st 2025. And so yes, this is an opportunity for you to immigrate to Canada and then get your PR status as soon as you arrive in Canada. So this is a lovely news. Watch till the end of this video. Now hello guys, thank you so much for coming again, and I love you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, keep the notifications, the bell open, and then anytime I shoot a video, please be the first to watch it. I love you all. Now, one thing you should notice is that the government of Canada has been, they've been very hard on all other pathways. But when it comes to caregiver and French, they have this particular love for the two, like healthcare related fields and French for now. Now, one thing you should notice that a lot of Canadian families need help with caregivers. They need help in the care homes, in the care industries, healthcare aides and everything. Yeah, people need help, and so there's an increased demand of caregivers in all provinces, in all the provinces in Canada. And so caregiver route is a route that is never going to go away, for a long time to come. And so one thing you should note is that they've introduced a new pathway, like a new caregiver pilot program. So now this pilot program is going to run from 31st March 2025. That's one thing you should note. Now, the most important thing to note right now is the eligibility criteria. Before it comes in March. Now, when it comes, definitely I'm going to let you guys know it's in. But you can start preparing your documents like as soon as possible. So this permanent residency, caregiver route is such that caregivers will receive permanent resident status right when they arrive in Canada. So as soon as you get here, you just get a permanent resident status and you don't have to worry about your temporary status or uncertain pathways. Now, the eligibility criteria is very important. You have to achieve a minimum of level 4 in the Canadian language benchmark. And if you are coming from an English-speaking country, then you shouldn't even have a problem with it. Even if you're coming from other countries like India and the rest, they also really know how to speak English. They've learned English, and so they can also get to level 4 in the Canadian language benchmark exams. The benchmark level is very easy to attain. You can attain it. You have to hold an equivalent of a Canadian high school diploma, which is amazing. If you have a bachelor's degree, you just have to do that through West evaluation. What they do is that they'll evaluate your results and give the equivalent in the Canadian education. So that is amazing. You should have had recent and relevant work experience in caregiving. So you should have been providing care services in Ghana, in Nigeria, in India, or anything. You should have the work experience, and you should have secured an offer for a full-time home care job. So now, securing an offer sometimes can be very confusing because people are like, okay, where can I do that? One thing I'll tell you is that when you create the express entry profile, okay, and you're a health worker, right, and you input all the relevant things, let's say you've written your exams, you have the CLB4, you have your West evaluation done, you talk about your experience and everything, you fill the whole express entry profile, right, and then they ask you, maybe do you currently have a job, and you say you don't have a job. So right now you can fill it and say maybe you don't have a job in Canada. One thing they let you know is that since you are more like you have the express entry profile, you have access to job bank, and then you can connect your express entry profile to your job bank profile. And what happens is that you start contacting employers, like employers in the home care industry, and most of these employers actually you hear back from them, they are not going to say that, okay, because you're not in Canada, they are not going to get back to you. They know the route is ongoing. They know that something like this is coming on. And so you're going to hear back from them. I know it's not easy to attain a job, like just to get a job in Canada. It's not that easy. But like I'm saying, if you create the expert entry profile, and then you fix in all the necessary details for you to fix in. Normally it's about your work experience, your English language proficiency, like the fact that you have an equivalent Canadian education, and all those kind of things. After filling them up, after creating your profile, you link it to job bank, and then when you link it to job bank, you start applying for jobs. Now sometimes they'll be like, jobs must be, I mean, a lot of job bank positions, they'll be like, the job must have been in the system for 30 days or more before you can apply directly. But sometimes they give an email, so you can use the email to actually send a message to the employer. And then when you send a message to the employer, I mean an email to the employer with the CV and all the particulars, usually they state what they want. They state maybe resume and cover letter. So now if they say resume and cover letter, you make sure you send in your resume and cover letter to the email and introduce yourself. And you might never know, you might be lucky. Now you can also leave, based on your experience and everything, you fill the expert entry profile. And so since you have experience in caregiving, what they're going to do is that you're going to open it up for employers to also get to see your profile. And so when employers get to see your profile on job bank, they also send you more like a request to apply for jobs. Now when they send you the request to apply for jobs, they give you a particular code. This code is the code that you input, you add to your application when you're applying. Now when you input that code, they know that, okay, you are the person that they invited to apply, and then they work on your application as fast as they can. If you are someone they will not work with, they would not bother. Some of them will call you back, some of them will not. Ghosting is definitely going to happen. But I believe with God on your side, you are definitely going to get a job. And this is wonderful. This is something that Canada is working on. And so yeah, I know that you can do it. You can definitely do it. Now, one lovely thing that I've heard about it that I even love so much is the fact that these caregivers will be able to work for organizations that provide part-time or temporary care for people who are recovering from illness or injury, broadening their employment options. So more like they can work part-time, they can work full-time. The only thing is just get an offer from them. So now I'm going to talk about what the minister says. So the Minister of Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship, Mark Miller, emphasized that caregivers play a critical role in supporting Canadian families. These programs not only recognize the invaluable contributions caregivers make, but also ensure that families receive the quality care they need. And so they really need you. And so definitely you can succeed with this route. I'm saying it. I mean, if you're working on the student pathway, it's not working for you, but you're in a healthcare related field, then this is amazing for you. This is an opportunity for you to apply through the expert entry, get a job, and then do that. It's not easy, but it's doable. You can do it. Now, why does this matter? Like, why does this whole caregiver thing matter? It's important because it's a step forward for Canada's caregiving sector. For years, caregivers have been vital to our society, but their hard work often goes unnoticed, right? And so this is a way to ease certain things for them. And they also, Canada also needs caregivers, so they are easing things for them so that they have more caregivers, and these caregivers can provide the services to the Canadian families that need the help. Okay. And so the changes in the caregiver pilot, reflect Canada's commitment to creating more accessible, supporting pathways for immigrants who make significant contributions to our communities. So it's an exciting time for those interested in working in the caregiving sector in Canada, and the steps taken by the Canadian government will provide stability and opportunities for these essential workers. If you're a caregiver looking for a job, you're from Ghana, you're from India, you're from Pakistan, you're from Nigeria, or you're from any other African country, this is your time to actually apply to work on this opportunity. Get all your documents down before March, and then make sure that you are all set. You're already in the expert entry pool, and they are looking for jobs, so that when the pathway comes, like the first job they make, you are the one that they are picked. And when I say job, we have a lot of routes, and so when they bring this new caregiver pilot, they are going to have that new route for actually getting an invitation to apply for permanent residence, right? And so when they do that, that is all you need. You don't even have to have any problem. You qualify for it since you have the caregiving experience or healthcare like related experience, something that is almost close to caregiving. Since you have that experience and everything, you will be able to be picked, and you've gotten a job offer. Yes, of course, you'll be able to be picked, and then you don't have any problem. You'll be having your permanent residency before coming, or even if everything is okay, you might even have your permanent residency as soon as you come. So let's say if you are already coming to visitor's visa and then you have that experience and you get a job, as soon as you come, the company can vouch for you that yeah, you've gotten like a job with them and everything, you get your PR. A lot of information is going to be out about this pathway by March, and so we are going to hear more, and when we hear more, we are going to give you more, because yeah, we want all of you to come to Canada as soon as you can. And so thanks so much for watching this video. It's always such a lovely time to be here to share whatever I see, whatever I hear with you, because I really want to see you. I want to see you succeed. And so thank you so much for coming here today. Thank you so much for watching, liking, subscribing. Please leave a comment. Is this pathway a pathway you would like to follow? Is this pathway good for you? Do you already have an express entry profile? Are you so happy about this news? Are you preparing? Are you going to prepare for it? And how are you going to prepare for that? Let me know what you think in the comment section. I really reply comments like quickly. And so even if I don't reply in less than 24 hours, you should get a reply from me. Sometimes even in some few seconds. Love you. Bye-bye. The link to this particular news will be placed in the description box below. I love you all. Bye.